I'm not overstating this when I say this. This is like a cheat code. Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Georgi Matveev, sitting here at David's Guitar Loft Lesson Studio in Webster Groves, Missouri, right outside St. Louis. And today we are talking about minor pentatonic scales. Yes, we've all heard of this term. We know what it is. Some of you don't. That's okay. That's why you're here. But we're going to talk about the 5 shapes. 5, right? So it's a minor pentatonic scale, right? So penta meaning 5, like pentagram, penta something else, right? Penta means 5. So pentatonic, 5-note scale. So why are we talking about this? Because every guitar player wants to be able to just listen to a backing track or just solo over things. But sometimes if you learn an entire scale, it's a lot of information and there's lots of notes you have to choose from. And from my experience, when you do that, sometimes the solos don't sound great. Maybe that's just me though. I'm just not like great at improvising, but the minor pentatonic scale makes it very, very easy because there's no really bad note you can play. There's better notes you can play. And what makes the minor pentatonic scale so good is you can just stay in this little comfy bubble and just play all the notes you want. And generally speaking, you're not gonna play a wrong note. And sometimes the wrong notes are the right notes. They sound good, they sound nice. That's for another video. This one is strictly on the 5 pentatonic shapes. So let's get started. Oh, would you look at that, a guitar with a headstock, how cool. Inside joke, if you watch the other lesson videos, you know what I'm talking about. You guys are the real ones. Anyway, let's get to it. So minor pentatonic, let's stick with A minor, super simple. We all know this shape, right? All right, so when we're talking about minor pentatonics, people will give different names for these things, right? Some people will call the second position the major pentatonic. They'll call the third position sus2 dominant pentatonic. To me, that's just confusing, makes things harder to learn. So I just like to call them by positions. Position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, position 5. So that way you're not thinking about all the other stuff, sus, dominant, major. No. Just the position shape. Right? Because if you know one position, you can play it in any key as long as you know where the starting note is. So quickly now, let's go over the first position, A minor pentatonic. This is the first scale we all learn, right? Right there, 5th fret, that's your A notes. Your second note is C, you have D, you have E, you have G, and then you have back to A. And so with all these positions, they all go in that respective order. The only thing that changes is the starting note, right? So that's your first position, and this is wonderful. Right? Lots of fun stuff you can play here. Let's move on to second position. So this is the thing a lot of people get caught up about, is just like, how do you know where the second position is, right? So the first position starts on A. The second note we play is on the 8th fret of the E string, right? That's where our second position starts. So every position just shifts over to the next note. So first position starts on A, second position starts on C, since that's the second note. Third position is here, which is D. We'll just play that down here. And then fourth position is E, which is here. And then 5th position is G, which is here or here, right? So that's generally how it works. And nothing else changes. You just start on a different note, but you're playing the same exact scale. You're just playing it in a different position, which will facilitate more notes on the high end for you and different options for intervals and things like that. So moving on to the second position, starting on the 8th fret of the 6th string, right? We're playing 8, 10, we're playing 7, 10, 7, 10 on the next string, 7, 9 on the next string, 8, 10 on the second string, and then 8, 10 on the first string. One more time. Right? And these are the same notes as over here, right? We're just starting from here, and instead of playing this note, we're playing it here. So they're the same notes, but now we have options, right? We can move from here back and forth. right? We have options to kind of go back and forth, and this continues on and continues on through every position. Okay, so moving on now. From second position, this 10th fret is the second note we play, so that's where the third position starts. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So third position starts on the 10th fret of the low E string, and we're gonna play 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 9, 12, 10, 13, 10, 12, right? Practice that too, because now we're expanding our knowledge of the fretboard and where we can play. So now not only, you're not just stuck here, now we can do things like right? And that's all pentatonic. That's all pentatonic just across those three positions. So we're gonna continue fourth position, okay? So like before, in third position, we have 10 and 12. So fourth position is gonna start on the second note, which is the 12th fret of the low E string, right here. Okay, so now we're gonna start here, and this is the fourth position pattern. We have 12, 15, 12, 15 on the fifth, 12, 14 on the fourth, 12, 14 on the third, 13, 15 on the second, 12, 15 on the first, right? Okay, so now we are on the fifth position, starting on the 15th fret. We're gonna play 15, 17, 15, 17, 14, 17, 14, 17, 15, 17, 15, 17. Or you can just move it up an octave here to the third fret of the low E string, same finger pattern. But now we're playing 3, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. So there are a lot of positions you have to memorize, 5 positions, right? And you could look at these as modes, right? They function the same sort of way where you're just starting on one note and then you just move over, start on the other note, end on the other note. Very similar to modes, but once you get this all figured out, then you unlock the entire fretboard on any key you want. You wanna start on B minor, then you just move to the 7th fret, play your first position, and then apply the same things, right? Moving down to second position in B minor, which would be starting on the 10th fret, and then you just apply the second position shape. I'm not overstating this when I say this. This is like a cheat code. I haven't really given you a lot of theory stuff, right? We haven't really talked about note names or intervals and major minors, anything like that. No. I've just been telling you the fret numbers and then where each position is. That's all you need to know. And I would encourage you to learn a little bit of theory, just a little bit, not a lot. I'm not asking you a lot, dude, just a little bit. Learn a little bit of theory. If you've been playing guitar for 20 years and you have no idea why a minor chord is the way it is, like you can't tell me that it's a minor third with a major third stacked on top of it, I don't know what you're doing. Like, what are you doing? Hopefully you know this. If you don't know this, I don't know what you've been doing for 20 years. That's just me. 5 shapes across minor pentatonic, and we've been covering A minor in this case, but now you can just play anywhere you want. Hit a wrong note there. All right, cool. Okay, I think that about does it, okay? There's lots and lots of videos we will be doing covering minor pentatonic. We'll go more in depth with some theory stuff, but this is just a general idea of how you can apply these shapes, in my opinion. Some people may disagree. They might have a different view of it. That's totally cool, dude. You can have that. You're wrong, but that's okay. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel, like it, leave us a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're in the Webster Grove, St. Louis area, definitely come by the shop, David's Guitar Loft. If you want to take a lesson with me or the 9 other instructors we have here, sign up. We're all here. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.